Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new episode of the Analog Archives. Today I come to you at night because I don't know what happened this week, but it just felt like a year, but at the same time I felt like I didn't have time at all to sit down and film. So today it is Sunday 16 around 7 p.m. So I just came from work. So I may lose my train of thought quite a lot, and maybe some words don't come to me because I feel quite tired, but this moment here is a peaceful moment for me, so I want to come and film with you this video. So if it's your first time here, usually in these episodes I go through my week very chill, very simple, not very informative, just a tiny flip through. And actually the flip throughs are the videos that I enjoy the most, so I hope you guys feel the same. So I'll start with my weeks because I feel like I can go faster. Not much has changed here. The only thing that I thought I already told you, I have abandoned using fountain pens here because it kind of drives me a little bit insane, the inconsistency. I don't have much bleed through or any bleed through at all, but I do have a lot of inconsistency. Sometimes the ink looks very thin, sometimes it looks very thick, so, and it could be the same like in the same page. So I'm not enjoying that, so I decided to go back to gel pen, and I'm much happier right now. So yeah, I have added nothing. I have added a few things here, I think. So we took a weekend trip this week. So, well, not weekend, like Monday and Tuesday, but for me, if you've been here for a while, you'll know that those are my days off, so I call that my weekend. But yeah, Monday and Tuesday. I think the last time we talked, I show you maybe this, which was around Lunar New Year. So that's when I did my hobonichi order that I actually unboxed with you, and I got the beautiful pine tree or pine forest cover. I can't remember right now. And yeah, February just arrived. I don't know, like, also January felt so long, but at the same time, how is it possible that we are already mid-February? It's just crazy. And my partner and I had a little very cute date. So if you don't know, I use these as my kind of memory keeping journal. I carry this one with me everywhere I go, and I just throughout the day, or yeah, when I have time, basically I do it usually at work. I'll write about the prior day, what happened, what do I want to highlight, and sometimes there's really nothing that I want to highlight. It's very mundane, right? Sometimes I'm just, waking up, go to work, come back home. But there's also some things that, I don't know, maybe I have heard, seen, something like I can still highlight. It doesn't really need to be big moments. So I use this planner to just log big and not so big moments, just overall my year. And on the note pages, I usually have a to-do list and something that I want to highlight. So we had a cute date, I don't know when. Oh yeah, here. Sunday, my partner also got me some flowers, and we had a very cute date. So I just wanted to just print a picture, basically. This was last week. So yeah, sometimes there is not something that really stands up to me during the week, and I'm not sure what to talk about on this page. However, when I look back at my week of everything that I've done, I have felt very creative this week, right? I filmed my commonplace with me, I filmed my hobonichi order, and I was writing my Substack that I also uploaded this week. So it was, a lot of side projects that bring me lots of joy. So I just wanted to, it's not a big thing, but I just wanted to commemorate that because I've been working quite hard on just taking the time to do the things that I like to do. And this is when my Hobonichi order also came. It came way faster than I was expecting, actually. I think the estimated date was around Monday, and it just came Friday, which was very exciting. And this also was a bit of a rocky week in terms of like feelings, because my partner started his new job, and it is a job that doesn't really allow us to spend lots of time together in a week, which is a bit different of how it was before, which we had always the same days off. So Sunday, my partner came home and said, next week we have the same days off, so let's just take a trip. And we decided to go to Sokcho, which is I'll say coastal city, very close to Seoul, around like 2 hours and a half or 3 hours. However, guys, this week I really thought Valentine's Day was on the 13th. You can see I do not really care about this holiday because I had no idea when the holiday was. Actually, I usually show all my spreads to my partner and I say like, look at it, do you like it? What do you think? And he looked at me and said, well, I'm sorry to say that actually it's not on the 13th, it's on the 14th. And I thought it was funny, so I just left it. And actually he gifted me some flowers and chocolates, and he brought it on the 13th as a joke. So maybe our St. Valentine's Day now is gonna be on the 13th. But yeah. And also I wanted to show you that sometimes I don't work consistently. Since I bring this notebook with me everywhere, this is usually the notebook that I use outside home, but when I sit down on my desk, this is not the planner that I usually open and work on, because I've been seeing it during the whole day. And sometimes what happens is I may not have time during work hours, even during my lunch break, to log anything because it's very hectic, it's very busy, and I just may feel tired. So sometimes what happens is Monday I take the time to read everything, to read also my Hobonichi cousin, and I go through my phone because I take lots of pictures during the week, and I just delete the ones that I already may have archived and don't serve a bigger purpose. And if I see something that sparks some memory, or I see that I've been fixated in something, because I do take a lot of screenshots, I may write about it here. And if I don't have anything to write about it, guys, do not worry, it's just empty space. I may put like some decoration and that's it. I don't really stress about my journals. But yeah, I haven't yet filled this week. And I do have some new. So I had this for a long time, right? This is a Hobonichi, I don't know like what they're called, little notebooks, companion notebooks that you can have. And I wanted this one to be something for maybe YouTube planning or ideas, but at the end of the day, I really didn't need it because I just go a little bit with the flow. I'm not a big planner person. I don't plan a lot of things. I just usually go with the flow and my mood. So I just decided to take it out because it was getting a little bit bulky. But this week, as I told you, we went on a trip, and then I don't like to journal, like travel journaling while I'm traveling, because I usually don't have the energy, and maybe I don't even have the time, right? So something that I always do is I bring a blank notebook that could be like passport size or any size that I want. But since I was already bringing this whole setup, I decided to put it back here. And what I did was I just wrote down what happened. And of course, like during the time that we're there, we have time, right? Like maybe during lunch or when we are drinking some coffee. So very quickly, I will just bullet point and journal a little bit about what was happening. And this makes it so much easier for me to come back, and when I come back home, just to journal about it. And I'll go through all the ephemera and things that I collected during the trip and see where can I match and fit everything when I travel journal. So this is a way for me because I am quite lazy when it comes to memory keeping. Sometimes I find it quite tedious and I don't want to do it, and that happens a lot to me when I travel. I am very excited to collect everything, but when it comes to the moment to sit down and journal about it, oh my god, I really don't want to write. Like, I want to glue everything and stick everything, but I don't want to write about it. I don't know why. I feel like it's such a drag. It's so tedious to do. So this way, I don't have to think. I will just copy what I wrote here in just a pretty visual setup, I guess, or spread rather. So yeah. So yeah, this is how is it going. I really like it. I think this year I love it, but maybe not as much as last year, just because of, you know, some of the inconsistencies with the planner itself, but still is a setup that I feel very comfortable with. And then let's go to my Hobonichi cousin. I love this cover a lot. I really like it, and I have so many things, but I think it's looking a bit plump already. I think it is is growing a little bit because I just stick so many things down. But yeah, I think you guys didn't see anything about February. So this is how the end pages or the end covers are looking. I think I almost have no space anymore, so I now started to work here on the back, and I have so many things from my trip. I'm just gonna take them out, but yeah. I went to a accidentally Wes Anderson exhibition, a photography one, and I loved it, so I bought a few things from there. Okay, so let's go to February. I think I didn't show you anything about February. So last month I did this cover, which I used some of the wall calendar, terap calendar that I have, that I bought very cheaply from Amazon Japan. And then I just wrote a little bit about the tarot card for the month. I only do tarot one time a month, and I only pull one card. So I'm not really like, you know, knowledgeable, or it's not something that I have as a habit, but I really enjoy learning about the stories, the symbolism. So I like to do this every month. So this month I use one of the numbers, which I really like how it looks. Some of the Susanna's, B. Bryant printables, and then this is basically the meaning of the card, which is the Three of Cups, which is a beautiful card. Like, the meaning is very beautiful, about empowerment, female empowerment, and yeah, I really like the meaning, and I feel very nice. It felt very welcoming after a difficult month of January. It felt a very welcoming card. So I just wrote the meaning here, and I have a little habit tracker here. I'm sorry guys, I'm a bit tired. I'm trying my best. A habit tracker here, which I am tracking my no spending when it comes to stationery, because I don't make a lot of big purchases when it comes to stationery, but I've caught myself buying almost every weekend some stickers, because, you know, here there's so many stickers, there's so many beautiful, cute stickers, and if you go to maybe a cafe, they may sell some stickers. So I'm like tempted right now, you know, tempted to buy, and I buy almost every day something. So this month I'm really trying to be conscious about that, because, you know, I think, well, if I buy stickers, then maybe like $3, it's okay, right? But then you start adding up and adding up and adding up, and I'm like, well, I really didn't need as many as I bought. So yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of that without being very strict. I'm not very strict on myself. I don't like to be strict on myself because I just want to be gentle. So it's just to be a bit more aware of it. And then it was a year of the snake. So of course the year of the snake, I think it was the 29th, which I did a little bit about it. I journal a little bit. But this is the day that my partner got me this keyring, which is one of the line characters in a blue snake costume. It's so cute. I don't have it here with me to show you, but it is a very, very cute keyring. So I thought it was perfect to just journal about the meaning of the snake. And also this is when I did my Hobonichi order, which was very exciting. Then these days when my partner just came to pick me up from work with some flowers, and I felt very loved, not only by him, but just that day I felt very loved with my very close friends at work. So I just wanted to just journal about that. And then Monday we did something very fun. We love going to escape rooms, and however this time we were not aware of that we went into a scary escape room. Actually, it was not advertised as such, and when we were in the room getting ready to start the escape room, the guy there told us, oh, by the way, it can be scary, so just letting you know. From that moment my brain completely freeze. Like I was not expecting. I'm a scary cat. Like I'm not very brave at all, but I was not expecting it to be that bad. Like I didn't want to open any of the doors. I didn't want to open any of the like boxes to solve the puzzles because I was scared something was gonna jump at me. And actually my partner was the same. He was trying to be brave because if not, we were not, going to solve it, which actually we didn't. But yeah, we both completely like we couldn't do it, and we laughed so much about it afterwards. So it was our first experience and our last experience because the setting was amazing, but honestly I didn't have lots of fun. So yeah. And after that we had some coffee and we did this thing called jumping battle. So it's basically a big like LED screen but on the floor, and you just have to complete missions, which is you have to clear all the green squares, but you have to do it quickly because there are like red squares also moving all the time and you cannot step on them. Wow, it was a workout, guys. It was a real workout, like 20 minutes, but it was fun. And then the next day, oh, I didn't finish this one because I was very tired, and I will come back to it at some point. We went to the Accidentally Wes Anderson exhibition. So basically is a photography exhibition where travel photographers, show some of the buildings or landscapes that could be a feature in some of Wes Anderson movies because of because of his style, very colorful, kind of quirky, and it was so enjoyable. I loved it. I really like photography, and I love buildings and looking at buildings and architecture, and this one was very, very enjoyable. And they gave us some like stamp from the day we visit, and from here we just felt such a drive to explore, to see new things. It was lovely. So yeah, I will come back and journal about my thoughts about the topic of exploring. But oh my god, like my ink, I always do this. I keep journaling and drinking tea, and it really doesn't go together if you're journaling with fountain pens. But yeah, it's much everywhere. And I got these stickers one of those days that I promised myself I was not gonna buy anymore. And next day, yeah, I think I was back at work Wednesday, and this is exactly how I felt. So this is a painting by Ramon Casals, and it's called Jove Decadent, which is a title in Catalan. I don't know how is the translation actually. But yeah, it's Jova Decadent, and this is the painting that I chose as cover for my Substack entry, or what do you call that, post that day. And I thought also it really represented me. That day I was so tired. So yeah, and here I journal about the meaning of the painting. And this day, well, I am someone that doesn't usually get angry. I don't get angry often, and I find anger paralyzing. I just get in my feelings and I cannot get out of them. I get angry and I am just like going like keep thinking. So this day it was actually quite a good day, but as I was leaving work, I received a text message from my boss that really angered me. And when I came home and I opened my notebook, I felt like I couldn't journal. Like the page was already too much. And it's one of the first times that I can remember that I felt completely like, I don't know, frozen. I just couldn't write. And I didn't force myself, I didn't want to. And actually the page was completely empty. It was completely blank. And as the days have gone by, I don't want to have those very strong feelings represented, because, you know, I don't like anger as a feeling, and I don't want to be angry about work, because it's just work. It's not my life. So I don't want to have that here. So as the days have gone by, I have added a few things. So this is when my partner and I had a spa day back in January 30th. So we had a spa day, and I thought it was hilarious, this picture. And I was like, I did journal a bit, like how frustrated I was, because yes, that is a valid feeling, right, to have, but I don't want it to be the most like the present feeling. So I'm sure I will add more as time goes by, but yeah, so far is blank. And then this was a new Hobonichi day. Here is a bit more of a personal journaling. I was feeling, I think after this day, I was in a bit like of a bad mood, and it was the first, my partner was starting his new job, and I was feeling a little bit upset about the fact that we couldn't really spend a lot of time together, because I was so caught up in this idea that I wanted to explore things, and I'm not someone very brave. So I don't really like to do lots of things alone, like traveling alone. I have traveled alone before, but I actually enjoy exploring with people rather than alone. I know there's a lot of things to learn about solo traveling, but it's not my preferable way of traveling. But here I was just basically writing about the possibility of having to take that step this year, because my partner maybe doesn't have as many holidays as I do, or we cannot really coordinate as much as we wish we could. So yeah, like taking trips with friends or taking trips alone, that, you know, is also good. So, but I think I was a bit of caught up in this like negative cycle, so I was not really seeing things with a positive light. I was giving things too much importance when they didn't really have it. Yeah, but I was happy that I got my Hobonichi. And then yeah, here I was trying to tell myself, do not overthink. There's not really a point on overthinking. Things haven't actually happened yet, so don't go there. So I'm pretty good at getting myself off those like negative mindsets. So yeah, and then I didn't really have something to write about this day, so I just wrote about my current reading. And oh my god, I can't spell. I really cannot spell. But yeah, this is when we were planning our trip to Sokcho, and one of the things about me, like I said, I'm not much of a planner, but one thing that I strongly dislike, and I could use hate, is planning for a trip. I hate it. I feel so overwhelmed but my partner is the other way. He loves it. So it was very funny because I was on my way to work and he sends me this screenshot from his phone that he had planned the whole 2 days that we were going to be there, but he had timestamp everything, and I thought it was hilarious. Like, I love it for me, I don't have to do it, and he enjoys it, so it's great. But I thought it was so funny that he had like, it's so specific. It's like from 2:20 to 5:30. I don't know. I thought it was fun, so I just put that there. And then this is our trip, and I decided to change a little bit the ink because I was feeling like the black was a little bit sometimes too strong. I felt it was a little bit boxy, so I wanted to change, and I inked this Jinhao pen with a diamine ink. This is the Prussian blue. It's one of my favorites, and I always do this. I always have like a little piece of paper with a swatch so I can see the bottles from the top, and I don't have just to get all of them out of the box. But yeah, this is Prussian blue. I think diamine is my favorite ink brand because they are so reliable and there's so many colors and they're so cheap. So if you are new into fountain pens, I think going for diamine is just great. I really like Sailor Ink Studio too, but I think Sailor Ink Studio some of them are quite light and they are hard to read afterwards. They are not very like reader friendly, especially if you don't have a good eyesight. So I tend to go for darker colors. But yeah, this one I feel like it's like grayish blue, like a Prussian blue basically. I love it. So I just decided to ink this pen and just journal about our trip with this ink. And I saw Elle doing this, like she was, I think, recording the books that she was reading, or she finished rather, with one of these archive labels from Megan Rhiannon. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Megan Rhiannon's Patreon. And I didn't read it all this month. I just finished one book, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna make an event of finishing a book, and so I just got that idea from her, which I very, very, very enjoy. And yeah, so I just kind of journal about our trip. We went to an oriental spa, which was very lovely. We ate quite a lot of seafood because it's a coastal city. We woke up very early, 6 a.m. to watch the sunrise, which was beautiful. We then went to the Sokcho Eye, which is, I don't know, is this the Ferris wheel? It was so good. It went so fast. It was my first time and it was like 10 minutes. That was it, but very enjoyable. And then my partner, who knows me very well, had actually organized an hour or 2 hours of stationery craft shopping. So I'm gonna show you. They have these craft stores that they are very close together and you just can tour all of them. So we got quite a few things from there, and I got from this store, says Look at Me Time. We got these bears, which are so cute. They are in this like the onsen thingy, like the spa, the onsen thing. Oh, they look so cute. They're candles. I'm never gonna burn them, but yeah. And we had some pudding, and this is very exciting. It doesn't really go with my personality, but I love motorsports. I'm a huge fan of F1, like Formula 1 and MotoGP. And I didn't know that they had, MotoGP had a free documentary about last season on YouTube. So similar to Drive to Survive, if you have watched it on Netflix about Formula 1, this one is a little bit more low-key, low stakes, I guess, on YouTube. And I loved it. They're very short, like 20 minutes or so, and I don't know, I grew up watching those things like Sunday. If you're from Spain, and if your parents were anything like mine, I don't know, like having lunch Sunday 3 p.m. 2 p.m. Formula 1, MotoGP on like open TV. Yeah, those were my weekends, and I loved them so much. And actually, a few years ago, I was actually paying to watch the competition because it's on private TV right now in Spain. But I wish I could still pay for it because I love the Spanish presenters, but I can't because of the geographical situation. Like, I live in another country, so I cannot watch it. But yeah, I really enjoy that. So anyway, I'm a huge motorsport fan, and this day I think I didn't really want to record anything, so I was reading a beautiful Substack post by Milk Fed. I think it's like Milk Fed, on keeping a notebook, and they were talking about Joan Didion's essay on keeping a notebook, basically. So it was their take on that essay, and I really liked it, so I just read it. Oh, not just copy it rather. And next day I had a lovely dinner with my friend that she is also from Spain but lives here, and she went back home for a few weeks and was kind enough to meet my mother. And my mother had bought me some rings as a Christmas present, so she bought me these 2 rings, and she brought them back from home and gave them to me, which was very lovely. So I just kind of journal about, because her trip was hilarious, so I just kind of journal about that. I love journaling about conversations that I have with people and what they're doing and what they did. I don't know, I find that very enjoyable rather than journaling about what am I doing. I like to journal about what other people are doing. So yeah. And this was Valentine's Day, the real Valentine's Day, the 14th. We didn't really do much because I had a strong migraine. Someone suggested to eat some pumpkin seeds, and it's working great. I've been having much less headaches. I am so thankful to the person that commented. Thank you so much. It's been working great for me, but still I don't think they can just pumpkin seeds can remove or delete from your life migraines completely. So this day I really did have a strong migraines. I really wanted to go home after work, so we had a chill dinner at home, and I went back to the blue because here I went back to the black. But actually I really like how to say, maybe soft, breathable, I don't know, it looks. And here I just recorded a conversation that I had with my mom. My partner comes a little bit late home, and my mom loves to talk. Maybe that's where I also take it from. And we had a 50-minute call, so I just kind of recording what we talk about, that she was buying actually my dad's Valentine's gift, and she was hilarious about it. So I was talking about that. And this was yesterday, so as you see, sometimes I don't have something that I am sure I want to journal about. The way I approach this notebook is I usually have a small section where I record how I feel about the day. Rather than talking about what I did that day, it's like how I'm feeling. I'm feeling excited, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling whatever, and I may give and explain the reason to those feelings. But after that, I usually have something else that I want to journal. Maybe it is a topic, right? Like not to overthink, felt very much loved. Usually the weekends are a bit more heavy on the memory keeping. But yeah, usually like, the year of the snake, or about touch, how touch is very important to us, and especially when we are, in our last stages of life. So usually I have something that I want to journal about, but yesterday I was quite exhausted. Like I said, this week felt too long, so I haven't yet journal. But this is a picture of my dog because her birthday was on February 13th, and my mom just messaged me something hilarious. She was like, "Oh, you did not remember that it was Frida's birthday?" And I was like, "Yeah, Mom. Didn't she tell you that I called her?" I don't know what she meant by that. Like, what do you want me to do? But yeah, so I just kind of thought that was fun, so I just journal about that a little bit. And this is today, so this is the moment that I sit down and journal. I As a review, I've been loving this journal. I don't feel any pressure, and you can tell like there are days that I feel tired, that I feel bad, yes, but the days that I'm truly upset are the days that I feel very paralyzed, maybe. So I can see that this year I felt like the 15th and the 6th, I felt like I couldn't journal. I couldn't be, like, I couldn't write. Words are not enough for me. Like, words don't do it. So, yeah, also it's very interesting to learn that about me. Like, in other journals, because maybe they were not dated, I didn't realize how mood affects my willingness or willingness to journal. So I already can say that, out of 2 months, I haven't had that many like bad days where I couldn't do anything. I just wanted to lay down, and I'm actually usually when I feel bad, I don't read, not in the mood. I just want to watch something. So yeah, it is quite interesting to see how I change and what I learn about myself. My 2 critical months are approaching. So if you were here a few videos ago, you'll know that I have always historically 2 months that I do not journal, which are March and April. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm already tired of the year and I don't know, or they are just busy. But usually, I mean for years, I don't have almost any record of those 2 months, which is also quite fun, like to see like, okay, you have nothing to show for. But here I'm enjoying it so much that I hope I don't have like that period of not wanting to journal. And I don't think it will happen since I am filming right now and making content. I think there's something for me so enjoyable about coming here and sitting down. So yeah, I'm hoping for the best. But I wanted to show you I did something here. So I have done my ink journal. It's been years since I've done an ink journal. I was very strong into fountain pens back in 2021, 2022. And after that, I realized that I was just buying too much. I'm someone that if I have too many things, those things weigh on me. I know that this is very different for people. Like some people see it as a collection and they just, it's a beautiful, right, to have a collection. But for me, it just feels a little bit like I'm accumulating. So I feel a little bit, weighed down by all the things that I have. So from that, I think it was from 2022, I stopped buying fountain pens or fountain pen or inks, and I stopped everything to do with ink journaling. But I still have all of those things. I still have all my inks. I still have all my fountain pens. And why am I not using them? So I'm back. I'm back at enjoying. I don't really like buying full bottles of ink because I think it takes so long to go through one, and some of them can expire. But I think the diamine are very reasonable, not only price but also size. So my preferable way is just getting fountain pen samples. So I used to like get from, is it Cold Pens? I don't think Cold Pens sells, but one of those shops, I got a lot of ink samples that I still haven't gone through, and it's been like 3 years now. So I think for me, ink samples is the way to go. But yeah, so these are the inks that I had in January, and what I do is once these fountain pen has like run out of ink, I will just make a little dot next to it. But I only record the new fountain pens that I inked. So all of these ones I'm still using this month, but I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to record it again. I'm just going to put a dot when I am done with that. And if I ink a new pen, then just put it here. I have quite a lot of pens, inks right now, and that's why I'm also trying to use color inks for journaling, not only black, because I want to explore a little bit more with color. Yeah, let's see, because I like how uniform it is having everything in black ink, but let's see. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this. And for reading, very quickly, I think I'll give you my thoughts on like reading form when I write my newsletter for the month. But I finished On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, which I loved. I was expecting, look at all my dog ear pages. And oh, what is this? Oh my god, these are bus ticket. Oh my god, these are bus ticket. Oh, that's so cute. I want to add it to one of my journals, but one I'm gonna leave here. And yeah, I've dug ears so much here. I love it. It is yeah, there's a lot of, every book that I recommend or every book that I read, guys, there's a lot of trigger warnings. I don't read very cozy, warm things. It's not my style. So just be aware of that. There are very crude scenes, very crude words, very triggering and trauma-filled books. So please be aware of that. But this is stunning book. It is a letter from a son to a mom that cannot read. And it's everything. It's just talking about love, about how language, if language can put into words or can give form to your trauma, to your pain, it's language enough, especially when that language is strange from you, from your family. I thought it was a beautiful piece of fiction. I loved it, so truly recommend. I'm now reading Gertrude Stein's The Autobiography of Alice B. Toklas, which is actually a biography of Gertrude Stein hidden into a autobiography of Alice B. Toklas. However, it is witty, but is very straightforward. Like there's not much reflection. So sorry, I didn't even say. This is a record of what happened in Paris during the Surrealism. So in the 1900s, when all the big artists were coming out. So yeah, you have like, I don't know, Manet, Picasso, Cézanne, all of them included in here, but there's not really a reflection. It's just like just talking about one thing after the other, after the other, after the other, without much yeah, deep thinking about it. So I'm so about it right now. Like I'm actually thinking about not really finishing the book. I don't finish the books that I don't like. That's some, I DNF so quickly, so easily. I have no hard feelings. I just DNF them and then give them away. But yeah, I really want to like it, so I may keep reading until, I don't know, maybe like 20 pages more and then decide, because I've read 70 and I'm really meh about it. So yeah, and of course I'm working my way through the Book of Disquiet, which is so good, so stunning. Nothing happens. It's just words, guys, but it's beautiful words, and that's what I like. So yeah, this is all I had to show you. I am very excited for my weekend, to have some time for myself, to journal, to plan, to read, to find something that I want to read, because it's not really working. So please, guys, if you have similar taste to mine, can you recommend me, I don't know, your favorite book of the year or something? Because I cannot really find books that I love. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm saying that, and I read an amazing book and reading one that I love, but out of 10 books, just 1 or 2 I like enough to say, I don't know, that I love. So yeah, if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I hope you enjoy this video. I think it was very rambly. I'm sorry. I think it's because I'm tired. But yeah, I don't want to edit this, so it's gonna be rambly. I'm so sorry. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.